Yeah. So a few days ago we're discussing.
Yeah.
A fallout from your last one of your podcasts that I watched.
Okay.
So I then went ahead to ask you, can you permit the enemy to, let's say, for instance, unalive a good person?
All right. So the question is, can God allow the enemy? Can God permit the enemy to kill a person? So God will not permit the enemy to kill a person.
Okay.
The thing is, we must first understand the character of God. The Bible says God is light, and in him there is no iota of darkness. Now, to the enemy they are humans, right? The enemies are humans, and man has will. A man can exercise his will without God's permission.
Okay.
Now, this is to tell you that the enemy can kill a person without God's permission. So when people die, it is not because God permits the death. Okay. So a man can kill another man without God's permission.
Okay.
It is the misuse of will.
Okay.
So the will of man is a gift from God.
Yeah.
So God gave man will.
Okay.
So people misuse will. So God will not stop you from killing a person. So those who have died, do we say they died because God allowed them? Because God permitted death? Because God allowed the enemy to kill them? And those who are still alive today, do we say God has chosen to keep them?
Okay.
That would be injustice. And the Bible says God is love. Look at this. The nature of God is love, like I said.
Yeah.
What you permit has to be in consonance with your nature.
Okay.
Of course. So if death is not your will, you cannot permit death.
Okay.
If evil is not the will of God, God will not permit evil. So when I said God is all-knowing but not all-doing, that is to tell you that God will not do everything. That is to tell you that the will of man is not the will of God. The will of God is not the will of man. Different jurisdictions. So a man, by his will, can perpetrate evil without God necessarily permitting it.
Yeah.
The enemies can kill without seeking God's consent. If they have to seek for God's consent or permission before they kill, and trust me, nobody will die, because God wouldn't want death for anyone.
So what do you say to this? Some people say, if it's not my time, can God allow
death to come?
Death to come.
Okay. So if a person dies at age 15,